as well as sophomore forward Chris Braswell, senior center Phil Jones. A couple notes on this game. I do know that Braswell finished with a season-high 18 points. Phil, I believe, matched his career high with 16 points. Don't have the stats in front of me. And Gokin Siren also had a career high with 14 points. Coach, if we could get a couple opening comments, then we'll take questions.
Well, always good to get back from home. It seemed like forever since we've been here, but really only about 2 weeks. Just want to quickly, before I move any further, Shamari's situation is a indefinite suspension. I'm not going to get into any details, and I would hope that you respect that we'll just leave it at that. But once we'll continue to move forward and evaluate that situation day to day. But more importantly, the guys did a great job tonight. I'm really happy with the bench. Probably our best bench performance all year with 30 points off the bench. And Phil was 7 for 7 from the field and 8 rebounds. And Gokin, 4 or 9 from the field, knocked in some kind of timely threes to keep the lead stretched open. And so it's always great when you can get that kind of production. And with the injuries that we've had, it's really good for us to grow our bench right now. And for guys like Javaris to grow and Gokin to grow, that's important for us. So it was a good team win. The thing I'm happiest with, honestly, is 15 assists, 9 turnovers against a change in defense. We've seen 1-3-1 now, 3 games in a row, people throwing junk at us. And so 15 assists, 9 turnovers is great. Question?
Were you trying to get it down low, Chris, early on? Would make it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we always want to play inside out, and if you could, this would kind of be a snapshot of the type of stat sheet that we'd like to have. Is only shooting 16 threes or 15 threes is great, and Brad's really got us going early, getting some easy baskets, and whenever you can do that, I just think it sets a pattern for the game. It sets a good tone offensively. Just getting the easy shots and playing high percentage.
After the other night in the travel, can you just talk about how the team responded to probably being pretty tired and the stretch you all had?
Yeah, I think it hit a few guys tonight. We tried to sub and keep it, keep bodies fresh. It's a 3-hour turnaround physically, so but you never want to use that as an excuse. We're happy with our defensive effort, but the good thing is we had a great practice yesterday, and as we continue to grow and move forward, I think guys are starting to understand that the way you practice translates to the way you play. And we had a good practice yesterday. We had a sharpshooter around the day, and I think that's a good part of growing as a team. You have to earn the right to play well. At least for the last 24 hours here to prep for this game, we did that.
Alan, do you think the offense flowed better without Shamari in there than what it has been in the past?
I don't know about that. I think we just really made it a point tonight to move the basketball. One of the telling stats the other night in Oregon was so much, we had 19 turnovers, and we had 18 assists. And so what that ends up being sometimes is possessions that you can't get back. And if we have 14 turnovers instead of 19, then that's 5 more possessions. And so we always want to make sure we get the most out of every possession. So I think the big thing we talked about in scouting was just to make sure we move the ball, zip that thing around, and keep sharing it. And it's fun to watch when we do that.
Not directly to the suspension, but has it been tough? I guess it's been disruptive to you and the team with the suspensions early, with the ones earlier in the year, when the season, and this one also, and going forward, not knowing how long it's going to be. Kind of how do you move forward with that?
You stay in the moment. You deal with the task at hand, and the task at hand is the guys being ready to play. And obviously we'll come back tomorrow and have a very sharp practice. Hint, hint, over here. But I think the most important thing is the guys that are available, whatever the situation may be, injuries or whatever, that those guys, their minds are right and that they're ready to play. And we've been saying it all year, we need everybody. And even some guys, even though Kobe didn't score tonight, he comes in and he's solid and he's sound, and he takes care of business. So type of team we have to be. We have to use the whole bench as much as possible.
Any other questions for Coach Major?
Alan, I do have to ask you, is there a chance that he comes back? Is that possible?
Indefinite's indefinite, so, we're just gonna take that day to day, and, I'll kind of like a football, when the ball is down, I'm gonna leave that right there where it is.
Any other questions for Coach? Coach, do you want to go to radio? Hang here with these guys.
Thank you.
Chris, can you just talk about giving the ball early and
I just try to work my hardest to try to get open, get the ball. Just try to stay positive, help my teammates get open, get a couple assists, and just keep working my way, getting open.
Has this been hard on you guys, with guys that have been out of the lineup for injuries or suspensions or, just for whatever reason?
I mean, it's a big adjust. I mean, we work on it every day in practice. It's always not going to be the starting five that's going to play in the first set. So it might be the second starting five, or it might be different players switching up in and out. So we work on it in practice every day. So we just adjust to it in the game.
Because it's obviously you guys have had some trouble and issues this season. Has it been difficult adjusting to a new coach? Has that been hard?
I mean, it is a big adjust, going in and out of new coaches. We just try to stay positive and, welcome him to the family as we always did when he came here. So we just look forward for that.
Can you talk about, obviously, whatever happens? I mean, Shamar was a big part of the offense. Can you talk about being without him and what that's going to be like?
We just got to adjust. That's all it is. We just got to adjust. Playing without him.
Phil, do you see that as a chance to, become a bigger part of the offense now? Obviously today had a good night.
Yeah, I mean, with Shamari out, we lose 16 points a game, but I mean, with him being out, other guys have to step up, and Coach Major's prepared us for that.
Phil, you talked the other night about the meeting you guys had down in Charleston. Is this a disappointment to you? Because you were talking about the senior leadership and then having this happen to one of your seniors?
No, I'm not really disappointed. I mean, that's my guy, so at the end of the day, I mean, I'm going to still be standing in this corner, or whatever the case may be, but I just hope that we can resolve this situation and get him back on the floor.
Anything else for these guys? One note, Phil went 7 for 7 tonight. That's the best shooting